It is, what is it, day 13 in Algebra 2, and we are taking the Unit 2 practice quiz today. This quiz is all about quadratic equations. So, on the first page of this practice quiz, there are 4 quadratic equations, and we are going to solve each of these for all the values of x. Next page, there are 4 more quadratic equations, but these you do not have to solve for x. We're just finding the discriminant and then saying how many real solutions there are. On the bottom of this page, we kind of create a little answer key for the real solutions. So we're just answering when the discriminant is 0, how many solutions, when it's negative, how many, when it's positive, how many. This will help you with these 4 questions here. Moving on to the last page, parabolas. You get 2 of them, you label 2 of them. Your bonus questions are to name the domain and range of each parabola. That's where we do the parentheses and brackets, infinities, and how high and low, left to right, the graph goes. And that's it. That's your practice quiz. Your quiz will be identical to this, just with different numbers. So, let's start by, I'm going to get a sticky note, and I'm going to write down the formulas that I'm going to need for this quiz. So for page 1, we are actually solving full quadratic equations. So I think I want to create almost like a little step guide, a miniature version, just to help me remember what I'm going to do at each part. And step 1, when we're solving an equation that is quadratic, is we're going to identify A, B, and C. Step 2, once we know what A, B, and C are, we are going to find the discriminant. Find the discriminant, we need the discriminant formula. And that is D equals, does anybody remember?
D equals, what's that inside the B over P?
B squared, yes. So B squared.
-4.
-4.
Square A.
And then not square of A, just parentheses. So times A.
Parentheses.
Good, times C. So B squared minus 4 times A times C. There's our discriminant formula. And then we use the quadratic formula for step 3. This is the one where we start with x equals, how's it go?
-B plus or minus the square root of B all over 2 squared.
Good. X equals -b plus or minus the square root of the discriminant all over 2a. Parentheses around D, so we know this is what we're plugging into. The number we get in step 2 will be used in step 3. So with these steps, let's look at number 1. If I want to start by identifying A, B, and C, I'm going to write out to the side A, B, C. What is my value for A, B, and C here?
1,
9.
Good.
Good. 1, 9.
-22.
Good. And -22. 1, 9, -22. Step 1 is done. What should I do next?
Plug it into the discriminant formula.
Yes, plug it into the discriminant formula. So I'm going to copy this from my sticky note. D equals parenthesis of B squared minus 4 parenthesis A parenthesis C. What numbers am I plugging in where?
The B, the 9.
Good. 9 goes first. It's B squared, so 9 squared.
Then the 8, what is that? The A would be the 1.
4 times 1.
Then the negative 22.
Good. Negative 22. So 9 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 22.
That's what I needed to do now.
Perfect.
Okay, so that's 9.
Okay, so now that I have this plugged in, where do I go from here?
Start doing the math.
Start doing the math. I'm going to go left to right. 9 squared. What is that?
9 times 9.
9 times 9.
81.
81. So I'm going to cross that out and write 81.
100.
And I'm going to bring everything down. I'm going to bring down D equals, so I'm not losing track of what I'm doing. What about this next part here? Before I bring it down, can I simplify it?
Yes.
Yes.
Negative 4 times 1 times negative 22.
Perfect.
Negative 4 times 1 times negative 22
And what do we
is
get?
negative 88.
Now, did you type the negatives for both of them?
No, I did. Negative 4 times 1 times negative 22. I put 2 negatives, sorry.
No, that's okay. It should have 2 negatives, but you should
No.
get a positive answer then.
But I put 2 negatives in front of the 4.
Oh, okay. 2 negatives in front of the 4. That makes sense. So we have negative 4 times 1. That's still negative 4. Yeah.
Right, 88.
So positive 88.
Positive 88.
So if it's positive 88, what am I bringing down? Plus 88 or minus?
Plus.
Plus. Good. Plus 88. Okay. What's my discriminant?
I got 169.
169. Is everybody getting the same thing?
Yeah.
I don't have a calculator. I know I need to type it in myself.
Oh, you add both of those, right?
Yes, we add them together. Yep, that's what I got.
81.
169.
88.
Okay, so D equals 169, and I'm just gonna circle that over to the side. Step 1 and step 2 are done. Now we're gonna go to step 3 and use the quadratic formula. So I'm gonna copy this formula down, but leave blanks for B, discriminant, and A. So I'm gonna write equals negative B plus or minus square root of the space for discriminant. All of it is over 2 times A. Okay, so I have this written out. What goes in my first blank?
9.
9. Negative B. B is 9. Plus or minus the square root of 169. All over 2 times 1. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So now we have 3 different things to simplify. I have negative outside of 9, square root of 169, and 2 times 1. So my negative outside of 9, what does that become?
-9.
Good, -9. So I'm going to bring down x equals -9. I'm going to bring down plus or minus. Next, I have square root of 169. What is that?
13.
13. That goes next to plus or minus. Bring down that all over. 2 times 1 is
2.
2. So now we've simplified our 3 kind of terms or numbers there. We went from there to here. And now I have -9 plus or minus 13 divided by 2. So what do I do at this point in the process?
13.
Yep. -9 plus 13.
4. +4.
Okay, so -9 plus 13 is, you said +4.
Yes.
Okay, what's missing?
Divided by 2.
Divide by 2.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so don't forget to bring the whole thing over.
Okay.
Okay, so we did 4 divided by 2.
2.
2. So let me move that. 2. Okay, and am I done?
No.
No, I have one more step, don't I?
-9 subtracted by 13.
Yes. Yes. So now -9 minus 13.
-22
Okay, -22.
over 2.
Still over 2. And we get -11. Good. Okay. Now, these problems can start spreading out very quickly. And if you are worried about having enough room on your quiz, please feel free to use a scrap piece of paper, or I've even seen some students, they will take a sticky note and put it on the question, and just label that this is for that number. Like maybe have enough room on number 2. I'll put a sticky note there and say, here's my answer for number 2, and I'll do some work here. So I got my 2 and my -11. Those are my answers. I could leave it like this, but ideally I would have you write up here somewhere x equals 2, comma, -11. Or you could write something like the brackets 2, comma, -11. Or you decide to write it, please circle your answer. It's going to make it a lot easier for me to grade your quizzes quickly, because there's lots of work with these problems. A lot of numbers. Lots of numbers. Okay. Do we have any questions about number 1?
So we do -11 too.
Yes, absolutely. You could have the numbers switched as long as the numbers are correct. I don't care what order you put them in. Good question. Anything else before we try to? Let's go ahead and look at number 2 then. So now I have 5x squared plus 19x plus 12 equals 0. What should I do?
A, B, and C.
Yes, let's find A, B, and C first. So, right over to the side, A, B, C. And what are those values?
5.
Mm-hmm.
B is 19.
Good.
C is 12.
Perfect. 5, 19, and 12. Once I know A, B, and C, what should I do next? Plug them in. We're going to find the discriminant now. So D equals something squared. Minus 4 times something times something. Okay. What goes in there?
5.
Careful.
Mhm.
What is the first letter?
A.
A is the first letter in our list, but for the discriminant, we're doing what number squared?
1 squared.
No, because it's something in front of the X.
D equals B
B.
squared, right?
All you want to put the
19.
So whenever we're doing discriminant, we're always doing B squared minus 4AC.
Oh, right.
So if this is supposed to be a B,
19.
19. Good.
Well, there you go.
That's one day.
I'm sorry I messed you up.
You alright. That's a brain.
All right. Okay, 19 squared.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. You're right.
Yes. Now what?
Now the 5.
Now the 5.
And then the 12.
And then the 12. Good.
That's what I got.
Yes. Okay, so I have my B squared minus 4AC. And let's do the math. 19 squared. 369. Let me type it. I'm sure that's right.
361.
Oh, yep, 361. You're right. Okay, so 19 squared. Remember, that's not 19 times 2. It's 19 times 19.
So it's 19. Inside. So 19 times 19.
Mm-hmm. We're getting 361 for that. And then, let's see, what else can we?
Negative 4 times 5.
Mhm.
12.
Tell me what you get.
Negative 240.
Negative 240.
That's what I
Perfect. Negative 240. We'll bring down that minus. What is our last step for discriminant here? Subtract 361 minus 240.
121.
Perfect. 121. So D equals 121. Okay, done with that. Now, let's use our our quadratic formula. We have x equals negative d plus or minus the square root of the discriminant. Shouldn't have wrote. Pretend there's nothing in that blank right there. I'm gonna write for it. Bless you. All over 2a. Okay. So what do I plug in first?
Your B.
B, which is
19.
19. Good. Plus or minus the square root of
121.
121.
Divide. Then what goes into the column?
All over 2.
2 times 5.
5. Good.
8 is 5.
Perfect. Okay.
You know what? For a minute, I could not figure out where you kept getting that.
What is it?
I couldn't figure out for mine. My mind was blank. Where you kept getting that A from? But you got that A from up there.
Yes.
Right there.
We got it from right here. A,
Yes.
B, C.
from the
A,
phone.
B, C. Okay. So I have three things to simplify. My negative outside of 19, my square root of 121, and my 2 times 5. So let's bring down x equals, and my first part, what does this turn into?
Negative 19.
Negative 19. Good. I'm going to bring down plus or minus. Now, square root of 121. Let's see.
11.
11. Good.
Over 2.
All over 2 times 5. Did you say 10?
10. Sorry.
Yes. Perfect. 2 times 5 is 10. Okay. We're finally near the end. At this step, whenever you split your problem, don't accidentally just do the plus part, solve it, and then get that feeling of, I'm done. I would write the plus problem and the minus problem before you solve one of them. Because you know how your brain can work sometimes. Once you get to the end of the problem, you're like, I'm done. So let's do what we can to prevent that. I'm gonna split and write my plus problem and my minus problem all at once. So what am I writing for plus?
Negative 19 plus 11.
Good. Negative 19 plus 11
Over 10.
over 10. And then my minus?
Negative 19 minus 11.
Good.
Over positive 10.
Perfect. 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 Okay. So now we have them both there. And I'll go back to my plus. What should I do next?
The negative 19 plus 11 will be negative 8. 10.
Negative 8 over 10.
Gives you negative 1.25. Is that wrong?
I got negative 8.
Yeah, what did you type in? Negative 8 divided by 10.
I did 10 divided by
Ah, that'll do it. That'll do it. If I do negative 8 divided by 10, we get negative 0.8.
And that's exactly how we would write it.
Yes,
That looks funny.
It does. So what I like to do when you get a decimal with no whole number, I put a 0 there, and I think it makes it look a little bit less funny. I would do negative 0.8 like that. That looks a little bit less goofy. Although if you don't write the 0, I won't count you wrong. It's the same number. Okay, now I have negative 19 minus 11 over 10.
Negative 30.
Good. Negative 30
Over 10.
over 10.
Get negative 30.
Perfect. Negative 3. Good. And we're done. We did it. We have our 2 answers. So, up at the top of this problem, I am going to write x equals negative 0.8, comma, negative 3. Or you could, of course, do the brackets. 0.8. Don't forget your negatives in your answer.
That's what be getting sometimes, that I've noticed when it comes to doing those problems. Like in my mind, I put the bottom number first. That's my number I'm dividing by.
Right.
So that's what threw me off when I seen it the other way where it was a 0.8. I'm like, I thought it had to be the other way. That's what had me. I'm good.
I getcha. Yeah, it can be really easy to mix that up sometimes. One thing I will say that my high school teachers always encouraged to me as a student was after you finish a problem, or even after you finish a whole quiz, it is so worth it to take the extra maybe 10 minutes, maybe even just 5 minutes to literally go back to the beginning of the problem and do everything kind of in your head. Make sure that what you wrote down makes sense. Like I'm going to go back and say, okay, step 1 was to identify A, B, and C. There's A, there's B, there's C. Did I really write those numbers? Okay, I did. Then B squared minus 4AC. I'm like literally go through every little step and make sure I actually did this right. Because the people that take the longest are usually the ones that are doing the best because they're taking their time. Unless you're just a math genius. Some people are just really good naturally. And those people are very lucky.
Yeah, my nephew's one of them. He's old.
That's awesome.
I showed him this. He started reading. I'm like,
Oh yeah, I let my
I
brother
said,
go
you need to
down.
come to our class, dude.
Honey. I'll leave that up for a second unless we're all done. Are we still writing any of this? We need another minute or so?
Yeah, we did. But it's talking about that, but-
See, some of us still writing. Let me pause this for a second.
You gonna see those in this?
Alright, let's go ahead and look at number 3. Let's keep that to the side. Same thing. Same exact thing here. We're going to start with identifying A, B, and C. So, what are A, B, and C?
-11.
Wait! What's your A?
Oh, my A is stuff too.
Good. 2. And then what's B?
-11.
Perfect. And C?
-3.
Yes.
I jumped to the formula.
I know you were ready for it.
Yes.
So now we'll jump to the formula. Diane, what am I writing?
-11.
Yes. -11.
Then 2 and 3 plug it. -3 plug it in. Plug it.
I like it.
Okay, so we have -11 squared. Then what?
-4.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that, but.
And then,
do the math.
wait. I still gotta plug in my A and C, right?
I said that 2.
Oh, you're okay.
2 and -3. Oh.
Okay, as long as you got it. Perfect. Okay, so we plugged it in.
All the way here and one my backpack.
I hate when
I even left the spot open specifically for you, but then you were late enough for not getting it. No, you're fine.
I'm happy you're here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I plugged everything into the discriminant formula. Now we do the math. Now here's where we gotta be careful. Every other problem, number 1 and 2, we've had positive B. This time our B is negative. So when we do B squared, am I gonna get a negative number?
No, you're gonna get a positive.
You're gonna get a positive number. We're still doing a negative times a negative. This is -11 times -11. That will cancel and it will become positive. So, what is -11 squared?
121.
Yes, positive 121. And now we have -4 times 2 times -3, right? I got 24.
Yeah.
Okay, so what am I writing down here?
No.
I'm 21 minus 24.
Now, is it minus or plus?
Plus.
Ooh, it's plus. Why are we doing plus this time, but we did minus on the last one?
Because both, yeah, answer was positive.
Yes, our answer was positive. That -4 and that -3, 2 negatives become a positive.
Okay. Yeah.
So, plus 24. On the last problem, like if I go back to look at number 2, I only had 1 negative for -4. times 5 times 12, those were both positive. So my answer, we subtracted because we got a negative number.
And that's another thing that you careful.
Yes, so we be careful. For number 3, we're adding. So 121 plus 24 is
145.
145. Okay. Know that. Where to next?
Quadratic.
Yes, the quadratic formula. X equals. And somebody tell me what to write.
Negative parentheses B
Negative parentheses B. Bless you.
plus negative
Negative less.
Plus or minus.
square root of B
Square root of our discriminant. And then what?
negative 11
We're missing one thing at the bottom.
2.
All over 2x.
My basket.
Oh, did you say it? I'm sorry. My
No, I
ears
was
are.
thinking it, but I didn't say it.
I didn't say it, I was thinking it.
So it looked at my paper.
That's all that matters.
That's good. All right, so you said we're gonna write negative 11 in the first blank, right? Okay. Plus or minus the square root of
145.
good 145.
And then 2.
All over 2 times a is 2. Perfect. Okay.
Let's do the math.
Let's start mathing. Negative 11. What happens? Positive 11. That changes, those negatives cancel.
Okay.
So x equals.
What did you just do? You
Negative
said negative 11.
outside of negative 11. Because we have,
Negative and negative came with
yeah, our quadratic formula is x equals negative b. So that negative is always there. If b is already a negative number,
Right.
then when I plug it into negative, those negatives cancel. Because I'm taking that negative on the outside and I'm distributing it. Or we can also think of this as negative 1 times negative 11.
Oh.
And that becomes positive 11 here. That makes sense?
Okay.
That's you
I
explained.
didn't know I could put a 1 out there.
Okay, and then plus or minus.
So all you did was bring that 1. Oh.
Yes. Okay, so now I have plus or minus. What am I doing next?
The square root of 145.
Good. Square root of 145 is.
12.04.
Yeah, you're gonna get a long decimal. So don't feel like you have to write all of these decimal places.
Do we keep it at 41 or do we put it as a 0.042?
I'm not gonna be picky. If you are wanting to be more like rounding up is usually what we would do. I would do 042.
Okay.
But if you do 041, I won't count it wrong because that's still very close. I'm not gonna make you do it exact. So I'm gonna write 04. Yeah, 2. If you put 1, that's fine.
So could we stop anywhere basically? Just do like 12.01? Or do you want us to go like
I would like in your work, whenever you get a funky decimal like this, just keep at least 2 decimal places, maybe up to 3. Again, I'm not going to be real picky when it comes to points, but definitely don't just put 12.0 because that will affect your answer a little more. It's better to keep more decimal points than less. That'll make your work more accurate. So, as a rule of thumb, 2 or 3 points is fine with me. Okay, so I did square root of 145 and I got 12.042. And what else comes down?
Divided by 4.
Good. The whole thing divided by the 2 times 2 is 4. So I have simplified those three pieces. And are we all up to this point? And don't ever be afraid to stop me if you're not sure how I got something or
That 145, did you do the minus 1 times the minus 1 and the 145?
it was right here, negative D. The minus 1 went on to the negative 11, right?
Okay, what went on to the 145?
The 145, we just did the square root of 145.
Oh, I came over
And
with
we
that
got
12.
12.042.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what.
Here, I can draw a little arrows. I know, they freak us out. That's all right.
I got it wrong.
Yeah, every time.
I know. We're doing a practice quiz. There should be cards on the table. So now that I'm here, what do I do?
Split it into
Yeah,
two separate.
Yeah.
Yes, split it into two, the plus and the minus. So what's my plus?
11 plus 12.04.
Good. 11 plus 12.042
Over 4.
over 4. And what's my minus?
11 minus 12.042.
Good. 11 minus 12.042 all over 4. Good. So now I'll go back to my plus and let's do the math for the top part. And 11 plus 12.042. What is that? 23.042. Okay. 23.042. Still divide by 4.
So 5.7605.
Yes, 5.7605. I am just gonna write 5.76. I don't need all that. I know decimals throw us off, but just remember they're just bless you, just numbers with little points in there. We can do it. We got it. Okay, now my minus problem.
Negative 1.042.
Good. Negative 1.042
Over 4.
over 4. And we get
Negative 0.2605.
yes, negative 0.2605. I'm gonna write negative 0.26. Negative 0.26. There's our two answers. And so I'm going to write them together. Equals 5.76 negative 0.26. Or you could put them in brackets, of course. 5.76, comma, negative 0. Okay. Number 3. Any questions about it? Okay, I'll leave that up for another minute or so, and then we will do the last one on the first page. The number 4. Okay, so moving to number 4. Last one, we gotta go all the way through. 5x squared plus 2x minus 7. This time, I've kind of guided you through the first 3 we did together. This one, I'm not going to say a word. I'm not going to write anything unless you tell me to write it. So feel free to speak out if you know what to do. I'm going to let you guys lead me. So jump in whenever you think you know.
So you would label your A's, B's, and C's,
Perfect.
which my A is 5, my B is 2, and my C is -7.
Beautiful.
I'm so much.
Okay.
D equal
Mm-hmm.
2 squared
Perfect.
minus 4
Mm-hmm. Minus 4.
times
5. Good.
Times -7.
-7. Perfect. 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 Not yet. Not yet. You're thinking of the quadratic formula. First, we're finding the discriminant,
Okay.
which is under the square root, but this will be next. Now, you can do it all at once if you want, but I've just found that we stay a little more organized if we do this first and then the quadratic. Discriminant first helps a little.
So you would do 2 times 2,
Yes.
which I got 4.
Perfect.
And then you would do your -4 times 5 times 7. And I got positive 140, so it would be plus 140.
Beautiful.
And then you would do 4 plus 140,
Mm-hmm.
which is 144.
Perfect.
B equals 144.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. We have our discriminant. 144. So you guys, we're halfway there already. Okay, now we have our discriminant. Start leading me through the rest of the problem. Where do we go now?
We gotta write the quadratic formula, which is x equals -2 plus or minus square root of 144 over 2 times 4.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to just plug those numbers in. -2 plus or minus the square root of our discriminant is 144 all over 2 times a, which is 5. Okay.
So you would do your first half
Uh-huh.
and give me a minute because I wrote it right.
You're okay. Take your time.
-2 plus 1
-2.
-2.
Mm-hmm.
-2 plus 12
2 plus, I'm going to bring down the minus as well. Plus or minus, yes, square root of 144 is 12.
12 over 10
All over 2 times 5 is 10. Perfect.
Would separate the 2 from
Yes, now we split them into, what's my first one?
-2, excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
plus 12 all over 10.
Perfect. -2 plus 12 all over 10.
Then your minus is -2 minus -2 minus 12 over
Perfect.
10.
Perfect.
And then solve.
Okay, now we're going to solve. So, -2 plus 12
Yeah.
is
Oops.
10. Scary.
Right.
Now.
It's spooky. It's spooky, Lisa.
Okay, 10 over 10 is
1.
1. Winning.
Yay.
Yay. And then
2. 12.
mhm,
Gives you -14 over 10.
perfect.
That gives you -1.4.
Yes, -1.4. Perfect. We're done. We just gotta write our answers out. X equals 1, comma, -1.4.
I was talking to my boyfriend about this, and I was like, when am I ever gonna like use these formulas? And he's like,
Absolutely.
You
You
can never.
use algebra all the time, babe. When you're in the car and you make a decision, you're using algebra. And I was
Huh?
like, what?
Keep in mind, he's a mechanical engineer, so he looks
Oh.
at math in a very
Gotcha.
complex way.
Yeah. To be honest, you may never use this ever, and that's it's fine.
I appreciate you keeping it real.
Because it was really like you use it every day. And I'm
No.
like, I could promise you I don't.
The way I like to think of it is it's like I heard this analogy once and I feel like it helped me understand why we learn things like this. So I imagine like a football player when they're in high school and they do their conditioning. They're lifting weights, they are like doing squats, they're doing all these exercises that are so hard on their bodies. And when are they using any of that on the field? When are they doing squats in the middle of the field? Probably not often, or maybe never. But the point of the conditioning is to strengthen their muscles. Just like the point of this is to strengthen your brain
Yeah.
and your learning methods and your note taking, your attention
We love
span,
complex
your
thinking.
problem solving skills. You guys, you'll probably never use this in your life, but
Okay, I know how to
you
do
are
it.
going to use the strength that your brain is gaining while you're doing this stuff. It's good stuff.
Make sure it's
Good for you.
I kind of messed up, but that's what's up.
Okay.
Oh, look at 2 pens.
Do we have any questions about the first page? That is our whole first page. Does anyone
Really?
need to
Oh,
see
okay.
previous questions?
Oh.
Okay.
Do it.
Yes,
I wanna
do you
make
need to
sure
see
for
1 and
everybody.
2? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try.
Here is 1 and 2 again. And if you don't have this written down, I know it's kind of a lot of writing. If you need to take a picture or at least just write the answers down and get the rest of the work later, we're gonna go ahead to the second page here in just a few seconds.
I need a serious bathroom break.
Well, let's do that.
Yes.
You can use the bathroom. Thank you. Go ahead. Okay, let's go to page 2. On the second page, our directions are different. So we want to really pay attention because I've seen some people accidentally do way too much work on this page. We are just finding the discriminant of each quadratic equation, and then you're determining how many real solutions there are. So this is where your options are. Make another sticky note. This is a great thing to have. First of all, we're only using the discriminant formula, so I'm going to write that down on my sticky note again. Our b squared minus 4ac. We don't need the quadratic formula, just the discriminant. And then our 3 options are 2 real solutions one real solution or no real solution. The 0 RS with a slash through it. So if your answer for the discriminant is a positive number, if it's greater than 0, how many real solutions will there be? 2. So I'm going to write D is greater than 0 or positive. When there is one real solution, this happens the least often. This is only whenever we get 0 for the discriminant, exactly 0. For no real solutions, this is when we get a negative number for the discriminant, or it's less than 0. So this little guide will be helpful if you write it down.
So number 9.
So that's the same.
But yes, you can go ahead and say what you were gonna say. Number 9.
Just registering it right. You saying number 9 is one real solution?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So numbers 9, 10, and 11 might not be a bad idea to fill these out first. We can skip ahead. Let's look. So Diane, we're on page 2. We haven't worked out the problems yet. We're just talking. With this little guide here, let me fold this up and move it so we can see it all at once. Number 9, it says when D equals 0, there is blank real solution. 1. D equals 0, 1 real solution. So we can just write 1.
1 for rare.
Yes!
Fairly good.
Now, when the discriminant is less than 0 or it's a negative number, there are blank real solutions.
No.
0 or no. So you can write that 0 with a slash, or you can write no, or you can write just a 0. I'll take any of those. And when D is greater than 0, the discriminant is a positive number. There are 2 real solutions. On your quiz, don't just copy and paste 1, 0, 2, because the questions might not be in the same order. Okay, so make sure you're actually reading it before you fill in the blank, so that you don't make a silly mistake and just write numbers without thinking. Make sure it makes sense in the sentence. Okay, so those are our answers for 9 through 11. Now let's move back up and look at number 5. For number 5, I'm just trying to find the discriminant. What should I do first?
You should find your sticky note and do the find your ABC.
Yes, identify A, B, and C first. A, B, C. What are A, B, and C? -3.
B is positive 10.
Positive 10.
C is -1.
Perfect. -3, positive 10, and -1. And now what?
9 negative B squared minus 4 AC.
Okay, now is it negative B squared?
Oh, B squared.
Just B squared. B squared minus 4. C, and you said 10 for B. Perfect.
And then -3.
Good. Negative 3 is A. Negative 1 is C. Perfect. 10 squared. 10 times 10 is 100.
And then negative 4 times negative 3 times negative 1 is negative.
Perfect. Negative 4 times negative 3. Negative 1 is negative 12.
So D equals 88.
Yes. 100 minus 12. D equals 88.
Which is first.
Yes. So all we have to do for the second part is figure out, is it positive, is it 0, or is it negative? It's positive. So we're going to write 2RS and just circle it. And that's all you have to do for these. Yes. Much less work on this page. I tried to give you the hard stuff first so you could knock it out.
What?
Bless you.
Bless you. Okay, that's all for 5. Let's look at number 6.
You have to find your A, B, and
Maybe.
Yes, A, B, and C again.
I like that. Let me know about it. Thank you.
All right, what's my A? What's my B? What's my C?
X is negative 4, B is negative 6, and C is positive 7.
Perfect. Negative 4, negative 6, positive 7.
Did you ever hear that song?
No.
It plays all the time at Target during Christmas
That's hilarious.
Thanksgiving. It's a bop.
Mm.
It's a jam.
Sounds like it. All right. What goes in the blanks?
Negative 6,
Yes. Negative 6 for B.
negative 4,
Negative 4 for A.
positive 7.
Positive 7 for C. Perfect.
Negative 6 squared is a positive 36.
Yes. Negative 6 squared is positive 36.
Negative 4 times negative 4 times 7 is positive 112.
Good. Positive 112. What am I writing between 36 and 112?
Plus.
Plus. Positive. So we add. And what's our discriminant?
148.
148.
Real solutions.
2 real solutions again. Perfect. It's positive. It's greater than 0. So there's 2 real solutions. Okay, that is number 6. And can I scoot it? Can we look at 7? Okay, let's look at number 7. Follow the same steps. What is A?
2.
2, B.
Negative 8.
And C?
Positive 3.
Perfect. 2, negative 8, 3. Do the discriminant formula. Blank squared minus 4 times blank times blank.
B
What?
is negative 8.
Good. Negative 8 is my B.
Positive 3.
2 and 3 for A and C. Oh, what now?
Multiply negative 8 by negative 8.
Mm-hmm.
And I get 64.
Perfect. 8 and 8. I had a little rhyme to remember that one. 8 and 8 went to the store. They bought a Nintendo 64. I will always remember that. 64. Okay.
4 times 2 times 3 is negative 24.
Perfect. Negative 4 times 2 times 3 is negative 24.
64 minus 24, I got 40.
Yeah.
And 2 real solutions.
40.
Why did I
and-
get negative 64?
Why don't
your two negatives that cancel?
Girl, period. Thank you for reminding me. I gotta add a little note.
that is a great thing to remember. So guys, anytime you do a number squared, the answer is always positive no matter what number you're squaring, because if it's negative, the negatives cancel. -8 times.
So no matter
-8.
what, if you see two negatives or you see a negative with 2 beside it, it is.
Yes, yes. Anytime you square something, it's always positive. Always. Because when you square something, you're multiplying it to itself. So a positive multiplied to itself is 2 positive, which is a positive. A negative multiplied to itself is 2 negatives, which cancel and become positive. It's always positive. If you're typing it in your calculator, don't forget that it's going to give you the wrong answer if you type -8 squared like this.
It'd be better to just do -8 times negative.
Yes. When I do this, it's going to tell me -64, and that is wrong. You can type it if you put parentheses around the -8 and then square. Now it's right. Or I can do the -8 times -8. And I get 64. Or I can just remember it's going to be positive anyway. I'll just do 8 squared. And then you get 64. That's what I normally do. Just because no matter what, it's going to be positive. Just for squared numbers. Okay. My discriminant, bless you, is 40.
2 real solutions.
2 real solutions again. That's the most common answer. Okay, and last discriminant problem, number 8.
Identify your A, B, and C.
Yes, identify my A, B, and C. What is A? What is B? What is C?
1, 3, 2.
1, 3, 2. That's right. Formula.
like this, and then you said positive.
Isn't it 3 in parentheses squared?
Good. It's gonna be 3 squared. So that's my D squared.
And then 1, 2.
Good. A and C are 1 and 2, so -4 times 1 times 2. Let's work it out. So 3 times 3 is 9.
Minus 8.
Minus 8.
D equals 1.
D equals 1.
2 real solutions.
Good. Now this one's tricky. If you get D equals 1, I see a lot of students that are tempted to write 1 real solution because it's 1. It's positive. So, and it's not 0. When the discriminant is 1, it's bigger than 0. So 2 real solutions. The only way you get 1 real solution is if you write D equals 0. And that doesn't say D equals 0 now, does it?
No.
That's
this
tricky.
one, D
It's
equals
1, 2 real solutions.
So it's 2 real.
Yes, 2 real solutions because it is greater than 0. It is positive.
I know, I have a one, but this is just like, I mix them up. Does that make sense?
Because it's greater.
Because it is greater than 0.
And like this don't make it down now.
And it's a positive number.
You gonna have any special case questions on this part? Or is that just for
Don't think so. Let me see. No, there won't be any special cases on the quiz. Just know that the answers aren't going to all be 2 real solutions on the quiz. That's just how they ended up being on the practice quiz. You'll have a span of options on the quiz. Okay.
Okay, what page did you?
Okay, so that was page 2. And if you didn't get the bottom 3, 9, 10, and 11, just to review one more time, when the discriminant equals 0, only then is there 1 real solution. That is like our exit ticket from last week. If you remember, you only got one answer for x, or you got the same answer twice, is because your discriminant was 0. Then when it's less than 0, or the discriminant is a negative number, there's no real solutions. We didn't have any like that here. When it's greater than 0 or it's positive, there's 2 real solutions. Okay. Now it is 10:26, everybody. So this is normally when I do give you a break, but we are at the last page. I'm going to flip this page and kind of leave it up to you. Do you guys want to power through the end of this and then be done? Or do we need a break?
Let's get it done.
Get it done? We all on board with that?
Sorry,
We
y'all. Why
okay?
you side eye me over there?
No, is anyone?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get it done. Let's get it
Did
done.
I make the wrong decision? Do we need to do a vote?
All right. Now, these are the last 2 questions. Your bonus are built in. Optional bonus, of course, for domain and range. So, let's look at number 12.
Oh, nice.
For these problems, you are identifying the key features of each parabola. So, I gave you a guide to fill out on the side. Number 12, the first thing is the direction of opening. Is it up or down? It's down. Circle down. That's a silly point to not get for not circling it. It's down. Now our vertex. Good. Remember, our vertex is going to be that highest point or that lowest point. X comes first. -2 is our x value. Y is next. +2. Now that we have our vertex, what's the axis of symmetry? -2. That will always match. The vertex's x value will always be the same as the axis of symmetry. Maybe make a little note to help you when you take your quiz in case you forget.
So, would a y-intercept be like it too?
The y-intercept, not necessarily, bless you, because the y-intercept is where the parabola touches the y-axis, and the vertex isn't always touching the y-axis. We'll see that when we get there. Yes, if you are just coming in, we're doing a practice quiz. We're on page 3 right now. Okay, so now I want to find my zeros, my x-intercepts.
X equals -5 and +1.
Good. -5 and +1.
No parentheses.
No parentheses. You
Only
can write
bracket.
x equals -5, comma 1, or you can do brackets. -5, comma 1. No parentheses, please.
He reminds me of an office character. It's always up to no good when he comes in a room and just like looks around and then closes the door.
What's that?
Dave.
He's silly.
Yes. Okay, now what's my y-intercept? 1. Our y-intercept, remember, it's the point where our parabola touches the y-axis right here. So,
Yes, that's the,
yes,
yes.
it's at 1. 1. Okay, now this is the bonus.
This is the bonus.
So,
Wait a
or
minute.
your bonus.
Okay.
This is the domain and the range where we have, bless you, our domain, are we talking about x values or y values? X values. So maybe you put an x next to domain and x goes left to right. Now, I told you last week the domain is the same for every parabola. Does anyone remember what that is?
Something infinity.
Something infinity. Yep. Negative infinity, comma, positive infinity, in parentheses. Now, remember the reason for that is we're talking about how far in the negative direction all the way to how far in the positive direction does this parabola stretch. Because there are arrows at the end, we know that there is no lowest x value. This is going to keep going to the left forever. Same with the right. That arrow means it's going to keep going over to the right forever and ever. That's why the lowest point is negative infinity, highest is positive. Now our range, let me pull out, we took a little note page. I'm going to pull that out. Hang on. Okay, so if you don't have this, maybe take a picture of it and write it down. But remember this note page we took on day 12? Our range, we want to think, is the parabola facing up or down?
Yeah.
It's facing down. So if it's facing down, my minimum starts with negative infinity, right?
Yes.
So let's do that. Negative infinity, comma,
Yeah.
and my max, what is it going to have the same number as? Look at what I'm pointing at.
Why?
The y value from my vertex. 2. So you can also see that on your graph. The range is talking about the y values, how far up and down, or down to up. The lowest value is negative infinity because the arrows point down. It will start from negative infinity. There's no lowest point. My highest point, my maximum, is the vertex. That's the highest point, and it reaches 2 on the y-axis. We see that? So that's why it would be 2. And the number gets the bracket. Now, if you were not here for that lesson, don't be freaking out. This is bonus. It's optional. But it won't hurt your grade to at least try it. It'll only help. Any questions about number 12 at all? Any questions?
Yeah. How many points is the bonus work?
Let me look at my answer key. So the way that I have this quiz set up, you can earn up to 2.5 bonus points. And where that 2.5 comes from is if you get both of these correct for number 12, you will get up to 1.25 bonus. And then for the other domain and range for number 13, you can earn another 1.25, which adds up to 2.5 total. And I will award partial points if you get it half right, or maybe you only get the domain. That's okay too. So, a question that was just asked. The vertex, do your numbers have to be written in a certain order?
Yeah.
Yes. X has to be first.
Okay, X has to be.
Always X first and then Y. Good question. Good question.
Do you want them or no?
Okay, so that's number 12. Let's look at our last one, number 13. Okay, direction of opening, up or down? Circle it. Don't leave that blank. Now my vertex. Yes, it lines up with 2 on the x-axis, negative 5 on the y. So 2, negative 5. What is my axis of symmetry? 2, positive 2. It's the same number as the x of my vertex.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong one.
You're okay, you're okay. These should match. And again, if you forgot what that is, I'm going to draw a line. That is the symmetrical point. Right here. And it goes through 2 on the x-axis. So x is 2. Now let's look at the zeros.
X equals -1, positive 5.
Perfect. -1, positive 5. So x equals -1, comma, positive 5. These, though, it doesn't matter what order you write them in because they're not coordinates. These are just single values. Do not write these as coordinates. You will lose a point.
Okay, got it.
You stuck with me.
Now my y-intercept,
-3.
-3. That's where I touch the y-axis. Good. Y equals -3. Perfect. Okay. Now the last bonus. My domain. Uh-huh. Yes, your domain is always parenthesis negative infinity, comma, positive infinity, close parenthesis. This will never change. Now my range.
-5.
Let's see. Parenthesis, bracket. Yeah, so we're going to use a bracket since we're starting with a number. If you go back to this guide, remember if it faces up, we start with a bracket and a number for our minimum point.
So bracket -3.
Bracket, what's my lowest point?
-5.
-5.
Yeah.
Good. Bracket, -5.
Positive infinity.
Positive infinity. Good.
Correctly.
Parenthesis. That's it.
We
Number
did it.
13. We did it.
Mhm.
And it's only 10:38. So, that is all I'm giving you today. And for the rest of the week, all you need to do is make sure this is filled out. Make sure that you're not missing anything from earlier in the term because this is our cutoff week for the first half of this term. So I cannot put things in past next week. If you want to stay and review things that you don't feel confident on, you are welcome to stay. I can make you some practice. If not, you are free to go. This is it today, and I hope y'all have a lovely rest of your day.